tuning in. My name is Jonathan Rodriguez. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and I want to share something with you guys. And roughly, I just started this business, I would say about almost now going on 3 months, guys, going on 3 months. I'm a pastor out in the state of Pennsylvania. Been pastoring about 7 years, actually, 7 years. Within those 7 years, I've also entered the entrepreneurship. You know, within those 5 years, me and my wife have entered into the entrepreneurship. You know, we've embraced it. You know, we both were hard workers, you know, working our 9 to 5s and everything. And to be transparent with everyone on this call, right, not everything was easy for us, you know, in starting out. And within those 7 years, you know, within those 5 years of us starting a new journey and trying to develop multiple streams of income, because we understood that that's the age that now that we're living in, you know, we faced a lot of adversities, guys, a lot of problems within the process, right? And, you know, and it was within that process that at the times when I felt like I wanted to give up, right? At the times where I had so many setbacks, right? Couldn't come up with the mortgage. At one time, I lost my job, right? And almost gave up on all of my dreams and hopes and my aspirations. And so I'm going to keep this brief of introducing myself, but I just want to share this, you know, quickly with you guys. As those who are tuning in, thank you again. Just so you guys get to know me a little bit, I started out roughly in 3 months with IML. In 30 days, I did hit Platinum 1000, you know, not of my own special ability, but rather of the value that IML provided, you know, is teaching us how to compound our money, how to grow our money and do what the banks do. And something my financial counselor always told me, right? Don't do what the banks say, but learn how to do what the banks do. And so, you know, by the grace of God, you know, I managed to rank up and still continue to move forward. And, you know, me and my wife also have other investments. Right now, I'm actually at the Shore House. I've been here for about a week and a half. We have investments in real estate. And if you're tuning in, thank you for tuning in. And we have investments in real estate. We truly believe in building multiple streams of income. It was something that was birthed in us about 5 years ago, and we faced a lot of adversities, guys. There was times where, you know, literally I'd be in tears and not knowing what direction to go next, right? Wondering, does this really work? Is this really for me? And I just want to encourage everyone today. So I want to share my screen with you guys because as I shared, I am a pastor. And, you know, if you guys could show me some love, I have a YouTube channel I started a few months ago, and I managed to create a lot of the videos of certain sermons and messages that I speak. And one of these messages, I hope that it encouraged someone today, as I'm going to be speaking about the adversities that we face and the importance of keeping your hope alive. So I'm going to play this video. Just let me know, comment or one on the chat if you guys can hear this.
No sound, Pastor. No sound. We don't got no sound from you.
No sound?
No sound.
All right. Still no sound?
I can hear it now a little bit, but not really.
Let me know if you guys can hear that.
Nope.
No sound. All right. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not the host, so I guess because I don't have the sound or in control of that. Again, I apologize for you guys for that. I really wanted you guys to see that video. A very powerful and inspiring video.
Hold on. We can make you the host.
All right.
DJ, make Jonathan the host. You the host now.
Yep, I just made him host.
All right, thank you. Let's see if that fixes our issue here. Just let me know, guys, if you guys can hear this. You guys hear that?
No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
I don't.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, it's not letting me, it's not playing the audio. It's playing on my end, but it's not letting me play the audio. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
All right. So it's a video I shared. You guys can check it out. It's under PJ Empowers. It's funny because as I share with you guys, I've been pastoring in church roughly about 7 years, and the kids call me PJ. My name is Jonathan Rodriguez. They call me PJ, short for Pastor John. Me and my wife have, we have impacted hundreds of young kids, students in the community, helping them and empowering them. So if you go to YouTube, it's under Keep Hope Alive. And it was a sermon I shared with my congregation about the power of keeping hope, right? Keeping hope alive. As I share with you, some of you guys are just tuning in, right? That, me and my wife started an entrepreneur journey, and it hasn't been easy, right? I know what it is to live off of government assistance. I know what it is to lose a job and not knowing when I'm going to come with the next mortgage payment, almost feeling like I was hopeless and losing everything, right? And it's all because I had a dream. I had a goal that I wanted to walk away from this 9-to-5. I wanted to, set my family free, from the 9-to-5. And as I continue to press forward, I faced so much adversities, so much setbacks, that it started to really deteriorate my hope. It started to really tear away, from just me believing in my own dreams, right? Me believing in my own dreams. And I just want to share this with you guys, right? That the adversities and setbacks that you begin to face in your journey are necessary and they are inevitable. Now follow me here, They are inevitable and they are necessary for you to experience, right? Because every time, and this is, contrary to what many would think, that when you do face an adversity, when you're trying to work hard towards your dreams, towards your goals, the first thing that we think is, this does not work, right? This does not work. And so now I need to look for something new, right? Like a reset button, yeah? And so I'm a believer, right? I believe in a God. I believe in a creator of the universe, right? And I believe that every adversity that is sent my way is actually a test. And you know what happens when you go to school and you fail a test? You guys know what happens? You got to take the test over again. And so I began to understand, I'm only 32 years, but I understood this a few years ago, that nothing's easy, right? That you have to learn how to stay on the path, but the urge to quit, the urge to throw in the towel, the urge to lose your hope in your dreams, right? To lose the hope of your vision, to lose hope in your goals, right? And what you're trying to do at that moment in time, you need to embrace yourself and hold on tight and keep moving forward. Why I'm telling you this? Because every time we face adversity, we quit. And then we try something different. And then somehow that same struggle, that same adversity seems to pop up its ugly head all over again, right? And I'm going to just share some very powerful understanding of why that happens, right? Because I believe that we all have a destiny. We all have a certain purpose. And every time you step out of your process, right? Every time you step out of your process because you quit, right? The process has a tendency, right, to regurgitate the same adversity that you gave up on and that you tried to avoid. Are y'all with me, right? Are y'all with me with this? And I hope you guys are catching this, right? The same adversity. So if I had a problem with talking to people because I was shy, right? So let me just stop doing, what I'm doing now with IML because I'm too shy to build my business, right? Let me quit and find something else to do. And then I end up finding myself working at a place where I have to learn how to talk to people anyway, right? And so the process, your destiny, has a tendency to reroute you like a GPS, guys. Follow me here, right? Follow me here. What happens if I set my destination, right, to go to the mall, right? To go to the mall, go to the movies, right? If for some reason I take the wrong turn, that GPS has the power to recalculate itself, right? And what could have took me 10 minutes, now probably will take me 15 to 20 minutes. But either way, and I might have to take some extra turns that I shouldn't, and maybe even hit an extra pothole that I could have completely avoided if I just stayed the course, right? But either way, I'm still headed to the same destination. Your purpose, your destiny has a GPS over it, right? Divinely, it is set. There's nothing you can do, right, to avoid it. It's inevitable. So every adversity that comes your way, every challenge that you face in your business is set to make you grow, to make you stronger, to teach you how to develop, right? And I share this, guys, because I was at a broken point. I lost my job. I was being an entrepreneur, right? And some of you guys really don't know a lot about my background, but it was hard for me to get a job, right? It was hard for me to do this. And I started my own business and I started to move forward. As soon as I started to face adversities, I found myself jumping from one thing to the next and trying all different things. And I found myself dealing with the same issues that I could not avoid the first time I did it. And so this is why I share this with you guys, because sometimes setbacks do not mean that this is not for you, right? Delayed blessings does not mean that you've been denied the blessing, right? Does not mean there's some blessings that you have to learn how to fight for day and night, right? Success is not by accident, right? We're not going to Vegas and playing with the slot machine. When we're talking about our destiny, I'm talking about success, because you fulfilling your destiny is success, all right? You fulfilling. So when I'm talking about success, I'm talking about destiny. So success is intentional, guys. You wake up every morning, not like an accident. You wake up every morning with intentional goals. And with those goals, you're going to face adversities and obstacles. You're going to face giants, right? Because before you get to the promised land, you have to face the desert. But just understand this, that while you're in the desert, why are you facing this obstacle? Why you're doing, maybe your trades are not going the way you thought they were. Maybe people are not listening to you as you're sharing the opportunity. Maybe a couple of your business partners dropped and you went from platinum 600 to platinum 150 or platinum 2000 to platinum 150 or an IBO, right? And all these things can begin to happen. Then you can say, you know what, it doesn't work. That right there, that mindset right there, at that moment, you guys cannot lose your hope at that moment, right? Because that's where the blessing starts to come. That's where I learned, right? Guys, I'm financially free. Me and my wife walked away from our job August 2017, just last year. My wife was a six-figure salary earner at Samsung, right? I'm speaking from my heart here, guys. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from my heart. You know, my wife was I worked as a supervisor at a steel mill union. If you guys know anything about union jobs, you know, the benefits are all there, right? We had it. We had the life, you know, we had the high middle class lifestyle. It was there, right? And my wife, you know, we just in August walked away from both of our jobs. We were in Austin, Texas, and we walked away from our jobs, right? Just 2 weeks ago, my wife got a call from the vice president of Samsung. Now, this vice president was very close to her. It was her regional director at first. This lady got promoted, called her out of nowhere, asked her to come back home, you know, say, hey, look, I would love for you to work back with us. And she told her, look, I'll give you anything you're asking for, whatever salary. We'll start you with the same salary that you did when you left, or we'll give you more. My wife politely turned her down. Guys, I'm telling you, because I'm speaking from my heart, of the adversities that we experienced. Listen, the struggle that I experienced, you know, I was the one. It was a point where my wife even at some point lost hope in my dreams, right? When I told her, don't worry, this is going to work. We're going to make this happen, right? You know, she always been my champion, but there was a point that after so many years of defeat and setbacks and trials and tribulation, that my wife started to even question my dreams and my hopes. But guys, this is what I'm telling you, right? When you're willing to take the bull by the horns and just hold on tight for the ride, right? When you're willing to fight for what belongs to you, when you have a vision, when you have a hope, when you have goals, right? And you wake up every morning chasing after it. And when that adversity comes, understand that the adversity and the delays and setbacks are a sign that you're headed the right way, When people reject you and they don't show up to your meeting, you're headed the right way, right? When your business partners are dropping out, it's all right, you're headed the right way, because by divine destiny, those people are not supposed to be in your life. It is what it is. I believe in destiny, guys. I believe in predestination. I believe certain things happen for a certain reason, right? In our path and the way we go, right? And so everything that I encounter, everyone that I meet new, right? It was divinely sent my way, because somehow the people that I'm meeting is set to set me to my destiny, right? And so I want to share this with you guys because it's been something personal and it's been heavy on me. If you haven't, again, go to YouTube, PJ Empowers. Check out the video, Keep Hope Alive, subscribe, you know, show me some love, you know, some support. As all I want to do is spiritually and mentally uplift the people who can hear it. Guys, I pour my heart out in what I'm saying to you because I know what it is to be depressed. You know, I know what it is to be depressed. I know what it is to walk home. My wife, you know, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to share anything because I failed again, right? I made a mistake again, or something's not working for me again. But it was only when I was willing to hold out, right? It was only when I was willing to fight what belonged to me, right? And I just buckled down, right? And I was reading, this is something important. I was reading from Robert Kiyosaki, and he said to be a successful entrepreneur, you need two major skill sets. Now get this, guys, follow me here. You need two major skills. He said you need to learn how to sell and you need to have people skills. Those are two major skill sets. And I knew that I struggled in both areas. And when I read that book and I read those words, I realized this is why I keep facing the same adversity. Even if I quit and pick up a new company or go somewhere else, even if I quit, I still face the same problem over and over and over again, because those are two skill sets you need to be successful. And so every adversity, right, every issue that I ran into in my entrepreneur journey was to teach me two things: how to be a salesperson and how to have people skills. How to add value to people's life, how to be a leader, how to uplift people, right? Instead of chasing money, I had to shift my mind to say, how can I help this person? How can I lift this person up? My mind had to change in all of this. And so this was the same adversity test that I was facing every business and every entrepreneur journey I went in. But every time I quit, guys, all you do is reset the clock. All you do is you just hit that GPS over your destiny and it has to reroute itself. What you could have obtained in 5 years now might take you 8 years. What you could have got in 6 months might take you now 10 months, but it's still a reroute. You're still headed to your destiny. But every time we throw in that towel, guys, we're heading our destiny back to a reset. Are y'all with me here? Y'all with me here? All right. All right. Thank you for the love, guys. And so I'm sharing this because I'm pouring my heart out to you guys. It wasn't easy for us. I know what it is to live off of government assistance, right? I know what it is to have a poor mentality and a middle class mentality and not a wealthy mentality. And so when I got involved in IML, right? When I got involved in IML, and everyone who's around me and very intimately close to me, as one of my mentors on this call, Eric Sawyer, God bless you. Thank you, my brother, for being on here. I'm always privileged to have you here and listening to me, you know, and he'll test of my work ethics. I go, and it don't matter what happens, I'm gonna go at 100%. I put everything in it because I already faced a lot of adversities. I know what it is to quit. I know what it is to throw in the towel. I know what it is to feel hopeless, and that doesn't do anything for you guys. All that does is stop you on your track from moving closer to your destiny. All that does is bring detours in your life. So all you gotta do is just set aside all that baggage, you know, set aside all of that stuff and continue to focus on your goals and dreams and vision. And so I just want to share a couple points here with you guys when it comes to protecting your dreams and vision, right? Because when you're facing adversity, you're at a very sensitive state, okay? Follow me here because this is very important, what I'm about to share with you guys. You're at a very sensitive state, right? You know, there's a story that was written about 4,000 years ago about a young man named Joseph. Joseph had a dream. He had two major dreams that he was going to be something great in life. He had these dreams, right, that taught him that he was going to be something great. One of the dreams said that 11 stars and the sun and moon bow down to him. Bow down to him. The sun, the moon, the stars. So that was interpreted like he was going to be somebody great, somebody in leadership, somebody very important, right? And the story goes on that when he went to go brag and tell his dreams to his family, to his brothers, right? They hated him. They envied him. Guys, listen to what I'm about to tell you right now. And you have to catch this. Catch it right now, guys. I hope this call is being recorded. But listen to this. His brothers hated him. They talked about him. They even thought of a plan how they can kill him. There's people who want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. You hear what I'm saying? You got to be careful sometimes the dreams that you even share to the people around. I'm about to give you some points here on how do you protect your hope? How do you protect your dreams, right? Even in the midst of adversity. You're in a sensitive state when you want to give up. You're in a very sensitive state. You have to learn how to keep quiet. Be careful around the people around you because some of the people that you think really love you and can't listen, this can be family, this can be anybody, guys. I'm speaking from experience, right? Joseph shared his dreams with his brothers, and they deviated the plan how they can get rid of him, how they can kill him. You know, they talked about him, they criticized him. When you're at a sensitive state, this is point number one. When you're at a sensitive state, you have to be careful around your environment, guys. Who you surrounding yourself with? Is the people you talking to on the phone telling you, you know what, I told you it wasn't going to work. It's okay to move on. It's okay to do this. I knew it wasn't going to work. That's why I didn't want to try it. I was just waiting to see if you're talking to that person, I want you to hang up the phone. Hang it up. Don't even listen. If they call you and they say, listen, I ain't got time to talk right now, right? Because I got to protect my hope. I got to protect my dreams. I got to protect what belongs to me and what is part of my destiny, right? And so this can be your best friend. This can be your family. This can be family members close to you. Back to Joseph, right? Joseph didn't understand. And here's this going to lead to point number two. Joseph didn't understand why his brothers hated him, right? He got thrown in a pit. He was thrown in prison. He got all these experiences. About 12, almost 20 years has passed, right? He never seen anything change in his life until finally one day he got promoted as vice president of a country called Egypt, right? This all happened after 20 years. So here's point number two. When you have the dream and the hope and the goal, right, and you know it's something great that's going to happen in your life, you know this is something for your family, this is something you're doing for you, right? There is a process, guys, attached to it. There is a process attached to this. Guys, I learned this, right? And this is something I really hate to see on Facebook. I hate to see it on social media, right? And I say it with a passion, right? Because I'm repugnant of seeing this, right? It is those clickbait ads that tell you get rich in 3 days. I don't know if you guys ever seen that stuff, right? Oh, you know, follow these 3 steps and you'll make $10 million or $1 million. You'll be a millionaire. You know, listen, guys, I'm 32 years old. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's no such thing as an easy road. All right, this ain't magic, right? When we're talking about your destiny, we're not talking about Wizard of Oz. You walk down the yellow brick road, click your heels 3 times, and boom, you're there automatically to success. No, that'll never happen, guys. There is a process, right? Before you get the crown, you got to go through the cross. Before you get to the promised land, you got to go through the desert. There is a process, and in that process, there's a refining that begins to happen inside of you. Right now, today, you know, I'm sharing this with you guys. Some of you guys don't even know, right? I don't even like speaking in front of people. That's just something, right? But because I've been so refined by the fire, I've been put in front of microphones was given to you. I was put in front of audiences every time. I had to face my fear. I had to face my adversity, right? And now I walk in confidence. I walk in conviction. So you understand this. Your process is designed to prepare you for your destiny. Your process, and every time you try to avoid it, your process will regurgitate that issue, that adversity, that setback every time you try to avoid it. Even when you quit, even when you say, you know what, I'm done, I'm going to move on, right? Your process will regurgitate that adversity somewhere down the road in your life, guys. Are you with me? Give me some hearts. Give me some emoji. I'm so used to doing Facebook Live. Give me some of your favorite emojis, guys, if you guys are receiving some good stuff here. You just post your favorite emoji, guys, your favorite emoji, right? There's a process. And so you have to watch out for your environment. That's number one. You got to watch out who's in your ear, who's around you, right? And I'm going to share some tips on you guys. How did I excel? In 30 days, I hit Platinum 1000. And I'm going to share with you guys something, some real good stuff here, right? But you got to check your environment. You got to check who's around you, right? I believe that we're bound to soar. We're supposed to be above and not beneath in life, right? We're supposed to succeed. That's the way we were designed. We were designed to evolve. So you have to check your environment. Who's encouraging me? Who's telling me not to give up? Who's championing my dreams, right? And if you don't have nobody around you, that's doing that, then keep quiet. Don't share your dreams to nobody. Don't share, because you have to protect your hopes and dreams, right? You have to protect that. It's very vital because you're in a sensitive state. If you're on this call and you have faced some adversity, some things that has gotten you stuck, I'm going to give you some points, guys. Hopefully it can help you break through in your business. What helped me, right? And then, of course, the second thing is embrace your process. Embrace it, guys. Embrace the adversity. Listen, there is a divine being, right? And just say, you know what? I accept my process. I accept this adversity in my life. It's just a test. It's just a test, right? And every time you fail the test, you got to take the test over again. You have to take the test over. So just pass the test and keep moving forward. Me and my wife walked away from our jobs in August 2017 because we didn't give up, guys. Listen, my family, our friends, parents, all of them have said, you know what, whatever you guys doing does not work. Like, you guys are not going to make it. You guys are not going to be, just stick to your jobs, stick to your degrees, whatever they fed us. And I ended up cutting everybody off. And I ended up being in my own little circle with my wife and kept moving forward because I had to protect what was mine, guys. Your dreams belongs to you. It's not to anybody else. And so real quick, I just hope this is encouraging some people. Here it is, guys, 30 days that I hit platinum 1000. I'm going to give you some real practical, some real life stuff, guys. There was no magic to this, right? It wasn't because I'm a pastor, right, that I can hit platinum. Listen, I don't have, there's only about, I would say we have a little bit over 50 people in my organization, right? So I would say about maybe a handful of them, I can count them in my fingers, are from people from my church, right? And so what did I do? What did I do to get me to the next level, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and Eric is here to attest. I have meetings every week. Every week, I set goals. I woke up every day. I wrote down certain goals, right? I wanted to hit platinum 150. That was number one. Then I wanted to go platinum 600. That was number two. Then I wanted platinum 1000. That was number three. So I set goals, guys. Listen, I did meetings even if nobody showed up. I did meetings if one or two people were showing up, right? And this is the thing about meetings you have to understand. If it's one person in that meeting, you do it like you're standing in front of 100 people. You do it like listen, don't ever get discouraged because of that, right? Because you don't never know if that one person, right? Get this, guys, that one person can bring 12 people by themselves, right? No, the person that brought me in did not think that I could have brought 30 people in my first 30 days. They didn't know that. They didn't know that. But they drove all the way to my house. They didn't have to. They came to my church service. They didn't have to do that. The person, my upline, the person that signed me up, came all the way down, right? Treated me like if I was 100 people. Treated me, and that showed me a lot about his character. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, because there's values behind that, right? It shows me a lot about your character. In your process, you have to have the right character. Your character has to be to help people. That is number one, not the money. Help people. How can I help somebody? And so I went into this thing in a mindset. I'm going to have I'm going to have financial workshop meetings, right? And so I would share with people that I want to help you guys, right, to learn how to create an additional stream of income. I want you guys to come to my financial workshop. I'm going to have my mentor, Eric Sawyer, or my financial consultant, Tony Chandler, to come on down, and they're going to share some very powerful information on how you can create a stream of income, right? And so I would just share, because in my heart, I want to help people. And so I delve deep. I would ask questions. Here you go, guys. Ask questions, right? Ask about their family, their occupation, know what their dreams and desires are. Get to know them first. Know what they need in life, right? So I had a friend that always wanted to own his own house. And I told him, I said, listen, I know you always wanted to own your own house, right? What is stopping you from owning your own house? He says, well, I do got a nice paying job, but it's just my income. It's just, I can't save enough. Okay, so look, I have a financial workshop coming this week. I would love for you to be there. Listen, 2-minute conversation. I would love for you to be there. And just get the information you need. This can help you get that house that you're looking for. This information can help you build another stream of income and just help you reach that goal that you're looking for, right? And so when I tap into people's desires and goals, I'm able to grab a hold of their dreams. And now I'm trying to help them get there, guys, because I crossed that bridge. So now I'm trying to help them cross that bridge. It's not about recruiting no more now. It's not about the money. Now my mindset is about how can I help this individual? So every week, guys, I would have meetings every week. I don't care if it was one person, two person, and I would do 3-way calls. That was something very important for me, right? I will get my mentor on the call, and I will get them on the call, and I say, listen, they're the expert. They're going to tell you what you need to know. Guys, as I shared with you in the beginning of this call, success is intentional, and you've got to have intentional steps. You have to prioritize. And that is something very important. Every morning I woke up and I said, I'm going to focus my energy on doing this every day, right? To build my business, to reach my dreams. That was it, guys. And I came in with character, wanting to help people first. That was my first thing. And then after that, I set those goals every week. What time am I going to do these meetings? How am I going to do them, right? Am I going to have my mentor, Eric, to come down? Or I'm going to have my other mentor, Tony, come down? Who am I going to have this day or that day? It was intentional. If you walked in my office, guys, I have a whiteboard, right? I have a whiteboard. I encourage anybody to do this. You can do this on your computer. You can buy a whiteboard, right? I prefer to draw it, right? And I would draw out my calendar, guys, and my goals. The reason why I do that, because I want to shift my mind. And here's another point. I wanted to shift my mind to put this as a high emergency, right? If I was to call you and tell you, hey, this Friday, I'm headed to Miami, and I'm going to give you $10,000. I'll pay for your flight. I'll pay for your hotel, right? And the first thing you're going to do is you're jumping on board. You're with me, right? You're going to jump on board with me, right? You're not going to even think about your job. You're not going to even think of any excuse that you can possibly think of. You're not going to think of any excuse, because you're going to do it. Why? Because you're going to Miami. It's free. It's all paid for. Now, if I told you, hey, this Friday, let's sit down for a couple hours and watch some IML Academy. Let's sit down and really learn how to trade. Let's take some notes, right? What's going to happen in your mind? Well, I can't do 3 hours because I have to work. But yet, if I took you to Miami and was willing to pay you, do you guys understand how the mind accepts certain priorities over the next? And so my first 30 days, I was setting goals and setting meetings, and I created a high emergency, right? I said, look, this is an emergency. In my mind, I said, this is a priority. I need to help as many people get this information that's going to help them financially. It's going to set them free. They're going to start to do what the banks do and not what the banks say, right? And help them build a retirement. So I created a high emergency, guys. Real quick, because I'm not going to be too long here, but I hope you guys are getting some very powerful nuggets. You have to be intentional. Don't wake up like an accident. Guys. Don't wake up. I remember I was hearing a motivational speech by Eric Thompson. It really empowered me. He said this. He was saying, you can't get in my space and dominate me. You can't get in my space. And that's how I was every day. I was saying, what can I do better now? What can I do now to improve my goal? What can I do now? How can I dominate at what I do, right? Because I'm chasing my dreams. Now, despite the adversities that we face and the setbacks, that don't mean delayed blessing. That means, what am I got to do to get going? How do I press past this so that I can become successful at trading, right? Do I need to watch more videos? Do I need to call my mentor? Do I need to be trained? What do I need to do more now, right? Created that high prioritization, guys, in my mind. So, I hope this was encouraging for some of you guys as I started out explaining your destiny, your purpose, right? Has a process. You have goals, you have dreams. You got aspirations that you want to reach. Listen, I was just walking the beach with my wife. The sun was setting. I know I had this call. I was rushing over here, right? I'm at the clubhouse at one of our shore houses, and I was rushing over here. But for one moment, I just had to embrace where I was at in my life. And just a couple years ago, I remember balling up in my room crying, right? Because I failed. I felt like a failure. I felt less than a man. I got 2 children. I got a wife. And now she's looking at me like, yo, I believe in your dreams, but you blew our whole entire savings, right? And now, today I really sat back and really looked back at every adversity that I faced in my life. Every tear that fell, every depression that I went to was worth it, man. Was worth it. I love it. I thank God for it. It was worth it. It made me who I am today, right? So when Eric Sawyer met me, I was that machine, right? Because Eric met somebody that faced damage, that faced adversity, that faced setback. If Eric met me 5 years ago, I wouldn't have the work ethics that I have today. Eric would have been like, hey man, what you doing? Eric doesn't have to call me. My mentor doesn't have to call me and tell me what to do, right? I'm an igniter. I'm an initiator. I get things going for myself, right? All because of everything I went through in life, everything that I faced. Just understand this, your adversity, your setback doesn't mean that this doesn't work, right? Doesn't mean that your blessing is not going to come. The delays don't mean that. No, not at all. Not at all. It just means that you need to be refined. You need to be shapen now. You need to be molded to where you need to be in your destiny, right? And when that happens, when that molding takes place and in the right time, because destiny has a perfect timing, right? I'm happy where I'm at now in my life. I'm free. And I just joined IML a few months ago, and I'm so excited because I always wanted to learn how to compound my money. That was the thing. I didn't know where to start. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. I got friends who invest in stocks, right? And they went through this training. They said, I've never seen anything like this. The information that we're receiving, guys, the knowledge, You know, all of the value that we're getting, we're learning what the 1%ers, the investors, have been doing for decades. The foreign exchange market was just open to us 8 years ago, 10 years ago max, right? And so now we're learning something very powerful that we can teach our children. You know, and so this is why I'm running the way I'm running now, right? I'm running because this is part of my destiny. Everyone that I met through this, the Wild Beef family, all of the love, all of the support we have, guys, this is where it's at. I'm hoping you guys make it to Miami as well. You got to go there, right? You might say, but you know what, Pastor, I don't have my money, PJ. I don't have, you know, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Figure it out. Make it an emergency. Figure it out. Don't get your nails done. Don't get your hair done on Friday. Don't you go to the movies on Friday. Figure it out. Figure it out. Learn how to eat crow before you eat a filet mignon. Delayed gratification. Figure out how you can get to Miami, because Miami encourages your dreams. Miami speaks of your vision. Miami is part of your destiny. Miami is going to show you how you can go to the next level. The people you're going to meet there, the mentors you're going to meet face to face, the stuff you're going to learn, you need to get there, right? Because that's the place. And that's why you're facing the adversity you're facing now. That's why you're facing the hardship that you're facing. I just had someone text me today and said, I don't even know if I can make it to Miami. I said, don't you ever say that. Say, you know what, I am going to make it to Miami. Even when my bank account says 0, even when I hit negative, I'm still going to make it to Miami. I'm still going to make it to my dreams. I'm still going to make it to my destiny. Even every setback, every job that I lose, still not going to stop me in being who I was destined to be, guys. Nothing's going to stop me. So I hope this encourages you guys. I appreciate you guys being on this call. Yeah, give me some flame emojis. Give me your favorite emoji, guys. I'm excited. Again, support. I'm sorry, I was trying to share that video earlier. I really wanted you guys to see it and hear it. Some reason, maybe I don't know how to mess with the audio on the Zoom. But if you go to YouTube and just type PJ Empowers, PJ is Pastor John short. You know, a lot of the young high schoolers from our local community calls me PJ. You go to PJ Empowers and click on Keep Hope Alive. Guys, I want you to hear that right after this call. Just keep your mind going and go after your dreams. Don't let anybody take that from you. Don't let anybody take that from you. All right, you guys. Thank you again, man, for jumping on in this call. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the love, everyone. Thank you. Well, I pray you guys have a blessed night, and I'll be seeing you guys all the way at the top. Take care, guys.